Today, we're going to be going over something known as line confidence. Now, having confidence in your lines is basically saying that you are confident in your own work. Your work actually shows how confident you are depending on the lines that you use. Line confidence is you putting down a line and knowing that that is the line that you're going to stick with. You are making those lines in one fell swoop. Line confidence is basically your charisma as an artist. While this is something that is very easily overcome, it takes time and takes a lot of practice. So a lot of times people don't even put the effort into it, but it is very much worth it. With confident lines, when you put lines down, you put them down quickly. You don't think about it, you just put it down and you move on to something else. However, if you're unconfident with your line making, you might make something that is more closely resembled to what you're wanting, but the end result comes across as jagged and not as precise, as opposed to something that might not be 100% correct. But the confidence that inside of this shape makes the viewer feel like that this was intentional. That is confidence. As we look at this artwork, I'm sure that you can point out different areas where the lines are more confident than other areas. Right up here around the hair, where they're made with just really quick single lines to emphasize what's going on. Or possibly even the nose right down around through here, and even the chin. Those are confident lines where the artist has chosen to put in darker areas, straight lines, put them down, and move on. We're not looking at the basic shapes that the artist put down first. We are looking at the final lines and how confident they are when they go down. And then we go into other areas that's not so confident. For instance, around the shirt and the collar, where there's lots of jagged lines just kind of going everywhere. That shows that there's not a whole lot of confidence in where those lines are going. And this artwork is mainly comprised of confident lines. You can see that there's just one solid line going in different directions to create the artwork itself. There's more darker lines around the shaded areas, so control with line width, as well as lighter areas have lighter lines. Even though the mistakes are still there, they're not as pronounced because they have confident movement with the lines. This looks like a more completed artwork, even though this took far less time than this one, and it possibly has more obstructions in it, and it's not quite as atomically correct as the previous one. Now, to be perfectly honest, the best way to build line confidence is just to build your craft and make sure that you are more confident with the lines that you create. And that just comes with time. But there are exercises you can do to help increase your confidence, as well as decrease that amount of time that it takes to properly make confident lines. There's lots of different drawing exercises out there, but the ones that we're going to be looking at today actually come from a YouTube channel called the School of Sketching, and I think that they had a great tutorial on how to do this. So you're going to be receiving paper like this, and what we're going to be doing for the first exercise, you're just going to be drawing an X inside of each one of these squares, and then you're going to be making kind of like figure eights in it. So you're going to be going down, up, over, making figure eights like this. You're going to be going down to the peak, and then you're going to be starting it back up and going up the other way like that. You're then going to be going over to the side and doing the same thing without turning your paper all the way around, because that would be the exact same thing you did before. Instead, try to keep your paper vertical like this. Keep going down like that. And then the same thing as before. And you're going to be doing this for the remainder of the page. Then you're going to be getting another one of these pages, and what you're going to be doing is making parallel lines. And it doesn't really matter in what pattern you do this. I personally like to make parallel lines like this, and then add in some extra parallel lines, and then go diagonally, which if you want to fill in the entire page, every square just being one set of parallel lines and then each square being different parallel lines, that's fine. I don't care. It's entirely up to you. But we are going to be filling in this page with nothing but parallel lines. So how exactly does this help you with line confidence? Well, the more you work on your lines, the better you're going to get at it. By trying to do repetitive motions where you're going around in a curve, it's going to help you with those angles where you're trying to draw basic shapes and maybe you're drawing the form of a body or maybe the muscle tendon inside of an arm. It's going to help you with that curve. With the parallel lines, it's going to help you to draw more rigid shapes. Your assignment, you are going to be filling in one of these pages with those figure 8 type displays where it goes down to a point and then widens back out. And then you're going to be taking a second page and you're going to be filling in the second page with parallel lines. They can be going horizontally, vertically, diagonally, entirely up to you. Thank you all very much. Hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope that this helps you understand better confidence in your line drawings.